Hey y'all, it's Chantry Sherelle, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to tell you all about my Millennium Tour experience, and more importantly, we're going to talk about this whole meet and greet situation. So, I went to the March 16th concert, which was at the Hampton Coliseum in Hampton, Virginia. After the concert slash meet and greet experience, I had actually left a comment under one of the posts that B2K put up. And after leaving that comment, I received like crazy DMs, crazy meaning like a lot of DMs from other people who had upcoming shows and wanted to know more information about the whole setup of the meet and greet experience, as well as some people who were in my meet and greet experience, and we just kind of shared stories and had similar experiences. And the crazy thing was, I even received one email to my business account. By the way, come shop with your girl. And so instead of continuing to like DM everybody back because it's so hard to keep up with all of the conversations that are going on in my DM right now, I thought that I would just make it easy for everyone and make a video. So let's talk. Now, when I first heard about this tour, I was ecstatic.
You're serious? No.
Yes, honey.
Oh my god.
Oh, honey.
I have been a B2K fan literally from day one. I was your typical super fan. Um, Watching BET literally all day during the summer just to see their videos like 3 or 4 times a day. Watching them on 106 in Park. I remember asking for an airbrush Omarion jacket for Christmas, which I didn't get. Because I even remember my mom had to literally go and put parental controls on my AOL account.
Welcome. You've got mail.
I'm gonna tell you the reason behind that. So the way AOL was set up, we had like these little chat rooms, right? And I remember there was a B2K chat room, and I had connected with somebody. I mean, I thought it was a girl around my age, and we were just chatting about B2K. We would chat about B2K all the time. But knowing what I know now about the internet, I could have been talking to anybody. But anyway, um, and she told me that she was going to the Scream tour. I gave this girl my whole home address, and I begged her to send me Omarion's autograph. Like at that time, being like a young teen, like I didn't understand like the process, or that it was almost impossible to get next to these people. Like I thought she was just gonna be able to walk up to a Marion and be like, "Hey, my homegirl wants your autograph. Can you sign it so I can send it to her in the mail?" Like, whatever. But my mom found out that I did that, and she went in and put parental controls on my AOL account, so I couldn't get back in the chat rooms, and I could only get online like at a certain time during the day. Like it was crazy. Every time I went to Walmart or Food Lion, I would like haul ass to the magazine section.
I used to read Word Up magazine
Just so I could get whatever magazine they were in for the week or the month. I had posters everywhere. My room was filled with B2K posters. And I remember at one time I had even put like a group poster of them. It was from Word Up magazine. I had put it on the ceiling so that when I woke up in the morning, they were the first thing that I saw. Like it was bad. I was obsessed with B2K. Yeah, I literally thought Omarion was my soulmate because we had the same birthday. I remember when the Girlfriend video came out, and I think her name was Jennifer Freeman. Like she was like the his leading lady in that video. Like I felt so betrayed. Cause I was like, how you like what is this? How you got other girls in the video, baby boy? You need to wait until you get to me. This gonna be the test right here. Like if you're a real deal B2K fan, like do y'all remember on what was that site, b2klovesyou.com? And they had the message boards, and people used to write those like 50 Shades of Grey type stories. Oh snap. Like I remember I would come in the house after school, and that was my mission. Like I would drop my book bag off on the floor, turn the computer on just to log on and see if the author of whatever story I was reading had like added another part to the story. Like, yo, that was crazy, right? Like if my mom knew, she was mad about me giving my address out. Like if she knew I was reading that mess, she probably would have disconnected the internet in the house. Like I probably wouldn't have had no computer access. But that's just like how big of a fan I was. Like I was willing to risk it all. But it was so intriguing. Like shout out to us. Like we had some real talented people on those message boards, even though we was only like 12 and 13 writing that kind of stuff. Like B2K got some talented fans, okay? Like literally, me and my cousin Fida used to be crazy about B2K. Like, man, I remember when they broke. I was crying when they announced it on 106 Park. Like, I cried in the middle of my grandma's living room floor so bad it made my mom mad. She was like, "Look, if they gonna make you act like that, it's a good thing they gone." Like, I was, man. So, although I was a huge fan, I never got to go to the Scream tours. Like, myself and my cousin used to beg our parents to take us. And my mom's favorite line, she used to always say, "You got plenty of time for that." It got to the point where we was like, "Look, don't get us anything else for Christmas other than tickets to the Scream tour." Like, come on, what parent wouldn't be like, "Shoot, okay, I mean, that's what you want. That's 150, 150, $200, and I'm done with Christmas." Like, bet. Not our parents. That day, I turned on my TV, and Free and AJ were announcing that B2K had broke up. I had a breakdown. Like, I cried so hard in the middle of my grandma's floor. And my mama had no compassion. I remember she was like, "You need to stop all this crying. Like, if they making you act like this, they need to go." But she didn't understand that, look, like, I had literally planned my life based on the fact that, okay, well, when I get 18, I'm gonna be able to go to a Scream tour and see B2K. But that at that moment, that dream was done. I was devastated. And like, I have reminded my mom of that, like, up until this point in my life. Like, every chance that I got, I was sneaking the fact that, like, it was her fault that I never got to see B2K. But I always, always, always held on to that glimmer of hope that they would one day get back together. And it's a good thing they did, because if not, me and my mom probably would have had to go see Ayana, because every chance I got, I would be like, "You know, you ain't let me go see B2K. Like, I'll never get to see them." Like, when she let my younger sisters go, like, see, what was that group? Malice Behavior. We all went and we took my sister to see Malice Behavior. Like, I was like, but I ain't get to see B2K though. Like, so how you gonna make up for this? Like, talk to me. Like, how you gonna make up for this? Because I'm still feeling that in my heart. I didn't get to see B2K. So anyway, I remember the day I was driving. I was about to turn into my apartment complex, and my cousin Fida sent me up the post from the shade room that said that B2K was going on tour.
You're serious? Another weekend?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yo, my heart started beating so fast. Like, I was so excited. Y'all understand how freaking elated I am about this B2K tour. See, I had to bring out my sophisticated words. Elated. Like, I'm so excited. See, this is not one of them tours where you waste time with those friends that, "Oh, I think I might want to go, girl." Like, nah, if you ain't got your money, when those tickets drop, you out back. And for all my friends who thinking about texting me because they want to roll, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the ground rules now, so there's no room for confusion. We getting close seats. If they have meet and greet packages, I'm getting that. I'm willing to spend Beyonce money on these tickets, like, for real. So I seriously would go to this tour by myself, front row, like I'm 10 years old all over again. Like, I will not miss this tour. Let y'all know now, if we had any previous arrangements on the day that this tour is going to be, like, in the city that I want to go to, canceled, rescheduled, like, nah. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to explain the next clip a little bit. This was on Christmas Day, 2018, after B2K had announced that they were, in fact, going to be doing the Millennium Tour. So a tradition in my household for Christmas is that my grandparents come over. My aunt usually comes over the night before. And before we open any gifts, we gather together and just kind of reflect over the past year. We say a prayer of thanks together. And then from time to time, we will go around in a circle and just give thanks for little things that have happened in our lives. So, of course, I could not let this opportunity pass without giving God some praise for the fact that He had answered my prayers, and I know the prayers of thousands, maybe even millions of other girls around the world, because our boys, now men, were getting back together. Oh, and I'm going to cover up the faces in the video because my grandparents will have a fit if they knew they were on the internet. I am thankful.
You can always say what you're thankful for.
I got a raise at work.
Yes, Lord.
Financial blessings throughout the year. And most of all, B2K is going on tour! But then I remember they released the concert dates. Like, I was all in the promoters' DMs throughout this whole time, like, asking for information because there was nothing in this world that was going to stop me from getting to this concert. Like, the day that the tickets dropped, I didn't go to work. I took the day off because I needed to be in front of that computer so that I could get my tickets. I had so much anxiety when we were sitting there trying to order those tickets. I'm nervous and I'm trembling. Like, I didn't have room for anything to go wrong. I remember we logged in and we got those front row seats with the at the time it was the VIP meet and greet package. We'll get to that in a second. And I felt like I had just accomplished like a lifelong goal. Like, I was floating after that. You hear me? So let me tell you, all right, I'm gonna do a 2-part video. I think the first video, this video, I'm gonna talk about my meet and greet experience, and then on the next video, I think I'll do a review of the concert. So I'll make it a 2-part series just so it's not so long. So after the concert, after the concert, we had no idea as to where to go for the meet and greet. At some point, after asking a few of the ushers and other people that worked at the Hampton Coliseum, we found out that the meet and greet was going to be across the street at the Hampton Convention Center. So we went there. We all got in line. We waited for maybe 45 minutes before B2K arrived. And that should have been my first that should have been like my first indication that something wasn't right, because we were all standing, the people that got the meet and greet packages were all standing outside, not outside like in the elements, but outside of the door where the meet and greet was going to be held. We were all standing in the line out there. Like, it started to look like the Black Friday line. You know how like Black Friday, you just want to get in the store, so you willing to stand out in the line, people camping out, sitting out. Like, that's how we were. Like, some people had started sitting down and taking their shoes off because their feet were hurting. Like, we were waiting for a hot minute. Let me backtrack. So, like I said, when the tickets were released, we got what was called the VIP meet and greet package, which came with a guaranteed seats, I think, in the first 10 rows, but we happened to get the front row, and a meet and greet with B2K after the show. Now, when we purchased those tickets, that was like the VIP experience. Somewhere down the line, they started promoting this other experience called the VI or the Millennium Tour Experience or the VIP experience or something like that. And we were apparently downgraded to just a meet and greet. So I had to pause this real quick and just make note. As you see, this is my meet and greet pass, and it does not in any way indicate that I'm considered to be VIP status, right? Package. Now, this is where it gets kind of confusing, I guess, because we paid almost $400 for our tickets, meaning $400 a piece. And then this VIP experience, I think, was like $180 or $200. So that in and of itself just kind of, it started to rub me the wrong way in terms of already starting to feel like I was being finessed. And as you see, their lanyard definitely says VIP experience. So when it came down to it, there were 2 options in terms of, I guess, VIP packages. The first option was the option that was available when we got the pre-sale tickets, and that was considered the VIP meet and greet package, which of course gave us the concert tickets and access to the meet and greet. So when I heard about this package and I saw a lot of people had the same questions, like, what is the difference between the 2 packages? Because the way that our VIP meet and greet was promoted to us was, I mean, it was almost the same thing. Like what they were offering in this after party package was the same thing that we paid almost $400 for, minus the party atmosphere, which, you know, I was okay with that. So I remember inboxing the promoters and asking for clarification on this, and they pretty much said that the meet and greet would be before the show, the VIP experience was after the show. Okay, so in the days leading up to the concert, I then received an email from, I think it was Ticketmaster, outlining um, the information for the meet and greet, at which time we were informed that the meet and greet would be after the show. Okay, so at that time, I DM'd the promoter again, asking for clarification, and I received nothing back. But you know what? The meet and greet after the show, cool. Who cares? We still get to meet B2K. So, like I said, going back to the day of the show. Um, so B2K finally gets there. We're all standing in line. And we have been given these orange tickets by, I'm just going to keep it general. So I'll just say one of the ladies that was there, who was associated with the tour, I gotta add the fact that she's rude. Like I can't let that part be left out. She was rude. When I went to get my VIP pass, when I first got to the venue, she was rude then, which I let that go. And then when we got to the meet and greet, she was rude then. So she was passing out these orange tickets. No, we got the orange tickets when we got our lanyards. Here are the lanyards that we got. And as you see, even on the lanyard, it just says meet and greet. And I'm going to post the pictures of the wording when we purchased the tickets versus the wording that is on Ticketmaster now if you were to try to purchase a meet and greet ticket. So they downgraded our package and they removed the fact that it was VIP from that package. So when they finally arrived, hold on, I'm going to reenact this for y'all. Go ahead and put my meet and greet pass back on. Okay, so when they finally arrive, homegirl starts counting us off in groups of 5. Now, when she did this, my spidey senses started tingling. I said, something ain't right. Something is not right. I'm about to get angry. But she started counting us off in groups of 5, and so I'm thinking, okay, giving them the benefit of the doubt, that 5 of us were going to go into the room at a time, but then we're going to break off and take our individual pictures, because I get it. You got a bunch of girls that's still acting like teenagers and grabbing on them and, you know, all of that, screaming in the face and all that stuff. I get it. For security reasons, I'm with you. But the line is moving so fast. Like, before I can wrap my mind around what's really going on, I'm at the door. She's counting me off. I'm the 5th person. She's telling me to go. At this point, I'm like, wait a minute. I came with her because my cousin's behind me. I'm the 5th person, so she would be the first person in the next group of 5. I was like, I came with her. You mean to tell me I can't get a picture with her? Like, and she's like, no, go. And she said something to the effect of, you will get all the pictures anyway, so chill out. So by this time, I'm in there. The first person was Raz. I hugged him. And as we're hugging, I'm saying, you know, I'm so glad y'all finally got back together. Like, it was a great show. As I'm hugging him, the photographer starts
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and like Raz, like, he pat me on my back like to get me to turn around, and he snapped a picture. Like, it was almost like that movie Get Out, when like the flash just catches you so off guard because it was so unexpected. Like, that was the quickest. Okay, wait. So then after they take the picture, the girl in front of me, which I found her too, like, she's actually a YouTuber, which I didn't know at the time. She's in front of me getting her shirt signed. So by the time the picture's over, she's already hugged Rasby and Fizz, and she's getting Omarion to sign the back of her shirt. So, like, Rasby was super sweet. He was so nice. Next, I hugged Fizz. He was he was on another. He was feeling good. He was on another planet, but he was cool. Like, he spoke or whatever. Thanked me for coming. And so the girl in front of me is getting Omarion to sign her shirt, and I don't know if it was the photographer or some other people that are responsible for keeping the line going. Like, they are like rushing, like, come on, gotta go, like, And Omarion was like, yo, chill, like, you gonna make me mess up my artwork, because the way that he signs the shirt, it's like he does his O, like it's like a 3D O, like his logo. And so he was in the middle of doing that, and they were literally trying to get him to stop signing this girl's shirt just for the sake of getting people, like getting us out so that the next group of 5 could come in. I had my marker because I wanted to get my shirt signed too, but everything was happening so fast. I didn't even do it, and that was definitely something that I regret. But I think you know what I mean. Like, when you just caught up in the moment of something and you can't really wrap your mind around what's happening. Like, you're just going with whatever's going on at the time. So then Omarion finished signing her shirt. She was getting Jay booked to sign his shirt. I spoke to Omarion, gave him a hug. I was like, hey, birthday twin. He was like, oh, hey, like, thank you for coming. Then before leaving out, I gave Jay Boog a hug. He was, I guess, nice, but whatever. Gave him a hug and left out. And I was trying to wait for my cousin to come out. Like, they made me, like, I was waiting, not like near the door, but I had came like out of the door and stepped off to the side, and I was like, no, you gotta go over here and wait. My cousin comes out. She's like, yo, I didn't even get a picture. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, she was getting her shirt signed, doing stuff that you do in a meet and greet. She was getting her shirt signed, and after she got her shirt signed and she tried to like get in the picture, I guess security or something told her she couldn't get a picture. And I was like, absolutely not. We paid for this. Like, let's go back in line and get your picture. And she was over it at the point. She was like, you know what, just forget it. Like, I got the autographs. And at that point, she said she heard J Book say that they weren't signing any more shirts in the meet and greet, that was just going to be reserved for the VIP experience. So at this point, I'm really upset. Not only did we pay for this, but we waited for this for so long. And the fact that my cousin and I had kind of lost touch for a while, and then we came back together and were able to experience this together. Like, so it was meaningful to me for 2 different reasons. And, I had plans for us to get in this picture together. Like, I was going to hang it up in my house. It just symbolized so much for me, and that didn't happen. So, I actually drove an hour and a half, almost 2 hours home. That's how mad I was. Like, we were going to stay up there that night. But I was just like, you know what? I got energy. I can drive home. Like, I was that pissed off about it. So, the next day, how did I forget this? So, we found out in line that, oh no, you're not going to get a printout of your picture to take with you today. We're going to email them to you. I have done a few other meet and greets, and no, I'm going to be specific. The best meet and greet I think I've ever been to was at the Howard Theater maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I met Tank. Tank did a full show by himself, and I don't even think we waited 45 minutes for him to come to start the meet and greet. I don't think it was that long that we waited. And Tank greeted each individual person that was in that line waiting on him. And he took a photo with each individual person, and we got the photo the same day. And I only paid maybe $40 for that ticket. $45 for that ticket. You mean to tell me I drive 2 hours to this concert? I'm gonna even take that out of the equation because they don't care how far I drove. That was my choice. Let's just stick with the things that were based on their presentation of what I should expect based on the money that I paid for this ticket. You mean to tell me I paid almost $400 and I don't even get, aside from the fact that I didn't have the option to take the picture by myself, I'm in the picture with 4 other people I've never met a day in my life. Aside from that messed up part of it, I don't even get the picture the same day? Like, come on. Where is that okay? Where is that okay? So the next day, I'm waiting on my picture, waiting on my picture, waiting on my picture. I don't have an email. Now, at that point, I had made the comment under the B2K account. I'm trying to pull up. I'm going to show y'all this picture. I'm going to insert this picture because y'all look. So at that point, I had started talking with some of the other girls that had went to the concert. Just happened to get in touch with them based on the fact that I had commented under that B2K post. And so I was talking to one girl. I was like, did you even get your picture yet? She was like, yeah, I got it. I was like, well, I didn't get mine. Can you send it to me? Because they sent all of the photos in a Dropbox link. So you had to go sort through the photos and find yours. So I get my picture. And what are the odds? It's blurry. At that point, I'm pissed. I'm going in. Like, I'm tagging everybody that's associated with this tour in my Instagram post. I need answers, okay? I inboxed the promotion company. They tried to send me directly to the lady who was rude. I was like, no, I'm not going through her because she's rude. You're the promotion company. Why can't I talk to you about this issue and you solve it and you get it fixed for me? I started tagging them and stuff. They blocked me on Instagram, which happened to a few of the other girls that were complaining about the meet and greet experience. They blocked them. The lady that's rude, she ended up blocking a few people as well who were trying to inbox her for solutions. The solution that they gave us was that we could pay for a ticket to come to another city and have our meet and greet experience redone. Absolutely not. The reason why it has to be why it needs to be redone in the first place is because you didn't give me what I paid for the first time I paid. I'm not doing that. So what I ended up doing was filing a claim with Ticketmaster, and I also filed a claim with the Better Business Bureau because we work hard for our money, and if you do something that's messed up, admit it and fix it. Like, you could have paid me to travel to another state, and I would have done so without question. We did ask to be reimbursed, at least for travel. That wasn't an option. So no. Yeah, that was my meet and greet experience. I felt completely finessed. I felt ripped off. And I feel like myself, as well as some of the other girls, have given them the opportunity. And it's not, I'm not blaming B2K because I know that they are just the performers. So they entrust people around them to make sure that everything else is set up the way that it needs to be. And Rasby even commented under one of the posts that I was commenting on, and he asked how he can make it right, but I never heard anything back from him. But even that in and of itself let me know that maybe they weren't aware of what was going on. And he even said in one of his live videos that they were under the impression that when groups of 5 were coming in, that was just, people coming in with their homies, which, again, if you're just there and expected to just be there to take the picture, that probably would be the assumption that you're under because you think that everybody behind the scenes is making sure that all of the logistics are taken care of, and you're just there to be present to meet your fans and take pictures. But how do y'all sleep at night knowing that this has happened, and instead of trying to be rational and provide a solution that accommodates us, being that we spent so much money on this, like, you're blocking people from contacting you, and the only option that you can give as far as accommodating us is that we can go out of our ways again, because like I said, I drove 2 hours there and 2 hours back, so that's 4 hours already. We can again set aside time and go out of our ways to come to another show that we have to pay to attend just to redo something that we were entitled to at first. And the sad thing about it is the concert was so freaking amazing that if all of this wouldn't have happened, I probably would have caught the concert in another city. But now I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to be, I don't want to give any more of my money towards that concert just because I feel like I've been ripped off, you know? But shout out to the guys that was in the parking lot selling these t-shirts. Your girl got a t-shirt. So I got something out of the deal. And again, the concert was amazing. I will do another video about that. So I just got ripped off at the meet and greet. So let me know if you've been to the Millennium Tour already. Let me know about your meet and greet experience. And I will post the part 2 to this video soon. Talk to y'all later.